available. We don't have like fixed package that you have to align with. We can be flexible for any use case which comes. So I think that's another good point for our network. What I can do is, if you have any question on that, any question at all before I continue?
I have one.
Please.
What's the life cycle of those satellites?
Okay. We assuming 7 years for them, but it's probably going to be even 15 years. However, and one of the advantages of the nanosatellite network is we can replace, and we will replace, because there is always new technology. Remember, the satellite, the geostationary satellite you have today being launched probably a few years ago, 10. So it means they've been planned 15 years ago. We're talking about 2003. Do you understand? Technology of 2003 is actually serving us now. Nanosatellite, from fund to operational, you're talking about 1.5 years. It's extremely short, is blink in terms of satellite industry. So whenever we have new things, for example, new things people are talking about is the inter-satellite laser connectivity. Actually, there is already technologies that have been improved, and we're gonna, with some, in the near future, we'll try to see if that's viable for us as well. Then you can transfer hundreds and thousands of megabit per second with a very small link, with very small energy. So the technology is evolving, and we can replace the satellite. Now, even if replace, if a network costs 150 million, replace every 7 years, you see that every year the CapEx expenditure is around $20 to $30 million, which obviously is a very low income comparing to hundreds of $millions of revenue for companies on our side and our business. Any other questions? Yeah. You took the power of the beam power?
Let him use your mic.
What?
Let him use your mic to make the question.
Good morning. Can you say what is your EIRPS power over Guyana? Yeah.
Take it.
First, it's not over Ghana, is what we have on the satellite, okay? I don't know the answer. I don't know exactly what do we have, what our strengths. What I know is the link budget derived from that, okay? And the link budget is that the terminal you saw with the 8 centimeter patch antenna with between 0.5 watt and 2 watt transmitter, which is similar to a cell phone. You know, this one is also up to 2 watt, okay? We'll be able to go up to 100 kilobit per second up transmission. Also, receive can be also 100, but this is because of the satellite, our setting of the satellite. So 100 kilobit per second up for 2 watt, 8 centimeter patch antenna. That's the translation of your question. Okay. Any other question? I will put now I'll connect my computer and put the brochure we had last time. I'll go through use cases, and I think eventually, you know, we talked about technology, we show you the interface, we show you the footprint, but eventually it's what it does to the customer, to the people. What application? People not necessarily, it's relevant for them if you are in an eye and you want to connect. They don't really care if it's satellite or fiber or radio. They want connectivity. So we want to show you what's the implication of that. So let me have 2 minutes.
Yes, our next presentation needs to be set up for 10:30, and there is a short break in between, so we only have a couple minutes.
Can you move the computer a bit? Yeah, Joe, it's on that side. No, it's you because we have 5 minutes, so the only thing is I'm just hoping that it's gonna be big enough. It's gonna increase the asset tracking. So we put here few applications of asset tracking. The first one is airplane tracking. We just recently signed with a smart aviation company to be able to monitor and to create anti-collision alert for airplane under our footprint. As results of the technology and also the needs, airplane needs to be monitored. If you remember, I think there was the Malaysian plane that was crashed in the Indian Ocean, and it was hard, actually nobody ever found him. With our technology today, that will never happen. Because each airplane under our footprint will have online black box and will have obviously tracking. So, and anywhere under our footprint, that can be tracked and monitored. That's one thing. Then vehicle tracking is a very popular application in many places, especially when you have a big landmass and you don't know where the truck is, and sometimes you don't know what's happened with the truck. So either where is the truck and what is it doing and what's the driver is doing with a very expensive payload they have is very important for companies. That's why they implemented the tracking mechanism with cellular, but with us we can extend it anywhere. Remember I think Guyana is getting into the mining area. Okay, I know you have a lot of mining, but it's going to be more and more now. And in order to secure these, one thing to secure the tracks and also secure the revenue for the country. The tracking of vehicle trucks and any other thing is crucial. Vessel tracking. So the Caribbean Sea. I don't know what size of ships moving around there, but I know the big one already have tracking. The small one might not have, and that can be a crucial application to see where are the vessels. Is there any emergency situation? This connectivity can save lives and can save the business for these vessels. Animal tracking. Have anyone here heard about business case for animal tracking? Cattle. Where did you hear that? Or it just came into your mind? Okay. So yes, these two type of what we saw. I mean, whatever I tell you come from the customers, from the potential customer that talk to us about the business case. One thing is the cattle tracking. A cattle is an asset, can cost few hundreds of dollars, US dollars per cattle. And it's always subject to maybe to poaching or other problem. Also, I'll tell you very interesting in other continent in Nigeria, there's a big political issue about cattle herds going into the agriculture region. And they started riots and started a lot of unrest because of the conflict between the people that have the lands that own the crop to the one with the herds. So that's when the government wants to monitor that, and we've been approached for that type of business. It's not always smart to have the small terminal on the cow, but it might be smart to have it backhaul back in a very simple way. So both options are viable. The second thing is the wildlife tracking. Wildlife tracking, or wildlife in general, get a lot of attention. And yeah, we have to finish, or just, I'll just finish the animal tracking. Later on, if you have to ask me personally about any other use case. But animal tracking for wildlife, a lot of projects for tracking the rhino, anti-poaching, elephant, hyenas, and any other species that is valuable being tracked. They put a small, it's engineering, specific engineering for each animal, small collars or small devices on the leg, and then you know where are these assets, you know that they're there, and not being poached, not being harmed, and so on. So just to summarize, whatever is tracking IoT or connectivity, narrowband can be done on our satellites, and probably in a better way and more cost-effective way. And I encourage you, everybody, that thinks there's a usable use case to approach us and to start to develop the idea, to start to develop and try to make it a viable business to connect eventually the people and whoever needs connectivity.
All right, let's give our
Thank you.
thanks to Shimrian Sky and Space. We're going to take a short break now. We're going to set up for our next presentation at 10:30. So you can take a bathroom break, and I think you might be able to get coffee downstairs now. But please, back here, at least we will begin at 10:30. Thank you.